Hi, welcome to the Valley Nisenan People of California Webquest. Today, you are going to be able to identify California Native American Indians in the Valley Nisenan tribe and many aspects of their life. You're going to gain knowledge of their housing, food, clothing, hunting, gathering, and so much more. All right, let's get started. You're going to hop into your time machine and explore. All you're going to need is your notebook and your pencil. You're being sent back into time to the Native American village. You don't know a thing about the tribe or how they live in California. You have no idea what the weather is like, how they make their houses, what kind of clothing they wear, what type of hunting is done, or how they hunt. You must learn how to fit in as a tribe member by learning all you can about them before they figure out you are not one of them. You must survive to report back to your class. Be safe and good luck. Let's go on to your task. Your task is going to be to write down detailed notes about the village, villagers and how they live, kind of like a spy. The class needs to know as much information as you can write down. I know you'll be tired from hunting, gathering, cooking, playing, and fishing, and so much more, but this task is important. You will need to report back to your class with a written or oral report, so make sure you have tons of notes. The research of the California Nisenan Indians included the information of 8 to 10 sections of these categories. The location in California where they lived, the climate and environment where they live in, clothing they wore, and what they used to make out of it, houses or huts, how they were made and what they're made of, natural resources they used to live, arts and crafts they made to pass the time. Maybe they had toys, maybe they didn't. You can find that out. Food, let's find out how. Did they hunt? What did they hunt? How did they cook it? Did they pick it off a tree? Did they pick it up from the ground? Interesting facts you find along the way. Tools and or weapons they used for cooking, hunting, or used for anything else. Did the children have toys? What were they? How did they make them? Did somebody else make them for them? We want to know. What kind of language did they speak? Maybe you can find out how to say some words. Try to find 4 words that the Nisenan Indians used and translate it or illustrate it. That means draw it. How are the California Nisenan Indians remembered today? Why do we think about them today? What makes us think about them? Where can we go to think about them? If you can draw pictures of information while you're on your journey, that would be fantastic. Include, if possible, Indians, houses, clothing, weapons, animals, food, and whatever else you can think of. The class only gets information from you. Do not let the tribe know that you are not one of them. You must get out alive and report back to your classmates. So important. We have added links to this Webquest to help you. This link is the best link you can use to find out the most information. You're going to find out about the population. Obviously, it's not known, so you won't find anything about that. Let's keep going. Settlements, houses. How wide were they? How high were they? Did they have any special houses? Maybe houses that they sweat in or dance in and so forth. Food and clothing and tools and so much more. All right. I won't go into all the links. That's your job. Find out. And if you want to know how they make their food, very important, I would suggest you watch this video. This is made from the buckeyes. They pick them from the tree. They show you how it's made. Don't worry, I'm not going to play the video right now, but I will go all the way down here and show you. They'll show you a video of actually how they make food, what they do, how they do it. It's actually really cool. Here's another video that'll tell you what the people in California, the Maidu Nisenan tribes, do for these holes. What are those holes for? Are they for putting animals in? Are they for making food? You've got to find out. So interesting. And to learn about the medicine and the traditions, you've got to watch this video. Take some notes on the video. Get some ideas so you can survive being a tribe member. How are you going to do all this? Well, let me tell you. First, you're going to start out by learning as much as you can about the California Nisenan Indians. Take lots of notes. Lots of notes. Lots of notes. Look at each website, pictures and videos that are on this Webquest to get information that you need. Use the study guide list below to help you so that you know what information to look for. You may draw pictures of items. Please include your name on all work in reports, note cards, and drawings. All right, let me show you the study guide. Here it is. Here's some questions that you can think about while you're taking notes. The name of the tribe, when were they around, where did they live, the climate, the clothing, the houses, and so forth. So there's some ideas for you. If you can't think of any questions about what do I write down, you can also do the who, what, why, when, where, how. So if that helps. After taking notes, then you can collaborate with somebody in your class who is also doing the same tribe to make sure that you have the same information. Maybe they have more. Maybe they need more. So collaborate together. Don't forget, share your notes. If you want to draw pictures, draw some pictures. Maybe they have more ideas. Maybe you have more ideas. So get together. Talk about it. Then you're going to either type it or you're going to do an oral presentation. If you type it, it's going to be a 2-page paper, double space, any font you want that we can read. With the information you found, put on it in nice order. We'll just throw it around. I want information in order. Make it so it's easy flow of the paper. You can use the guideline to help you below. Check for spelling and proper punctuation. Please include any picture stapled to your paper. Or you can do your 3 to 5 minute oral presentation in front of the class. If you choose to do the oral presentation, please be prepared to answer questions from the class. You may use note cards during the presentation if you'd like. Please have any pictures you have drawn ready before the presentation, and we'll put it on the board or the bulletin board behind you so your classmates can see what you're talking about. If you're talking about a basket, hopefully you have a picture of a basket. If you're talking about a food or a teepee or whatever, just remember, the more information you have, the better your grade will be. Now, let me give you a hint. Listen up. Is everybody listening? Raise your hand. Great job. If you find a place on the lesson or any other sources that are listed on this Webquest where Nisenan is spelled wrong, let me know, and you will receive 10 points towards your total grade. That's right. Who's excited about that? 10 extra points just for finding out what is spelled wrong. So pay attention, look around, keep your eyes open. All right. So you're going to be graded on as much information as you bring back to class. Bring back one thing, you may not get a good grade. So try to bring back a lot of information. If you do a written report, it will also be graded on grammar and proper punctuation. Don't spell Nisenan wrong. Don't spell Indians wrong, and please don't spell California wrong. It'll look bad. So make sure you dot those I's, cross your T's. Also, you're going to have a quiz to assess your knowledge and see if you put all this information in your brain as well as on your paper. I'm sure it's going to be in your brain, but quizzes are fun. Come on, we know it's fun. See the rubric below to find out how your quiz and your findings will be graded. So if you barely have any data, probably not going to get that great of a grade. If you have information that covered 1 or 2 sections, you'll have a little bit better grade. A student has a good information on the sections, your grade's getting better. And if you have a lot of information from 10 sections of it, guess what? Excellent, excellent. You know what to do to get a good grade. All right, after this research project, you will have an understanding of how the California Nisenan Indians lived. You will be able to explain in writing or orally where you live to include the location and climate. You will be able to demonstrate to the class by writing or talking or showing in drawings what the housing was like, how they hunted, what they ate, how they made food and clothing, and what their tools were and how they were made. You'll be able to tell the class about the language and say a few words in the Nisenan language, or have it written down to demonstrate it on the board. It is important to learn about the California Nisenan Indians because they were part of California history. And you do live in California, right? Okay. You will be able to report back to your fellow classmates and tell them how current tribe members get together and have their activities today. So exciting. So good luck on your Webquest. And when you're finished with your quiz, it'll give you your grade. There's 5 questions on your quiz. And then when you're all finished and you're waiting for the teacher to look at your paper or whatever else you want to do, you have a little extra time and your teacher says it's okay, go ahead and do the hangman game. Unlimited guesses. And it's all about the things on this Webquest. So good luck to you, and I wish you the best. Stay alive so you can report back to your classmates.